Hi guys, how you doing? This is ArtsyWisdom. My name is Diane. Thank you for coming by. Today I am going to, it's warm here today, and we're having company for the next few days. So I'm going to quick jump on here and do a couple things. One is the Netanyahu situation. I wanted to see what future did he have. I've seen him as this melting ice cream cone in the past, and the energy around him has shifted, free will and everything. So I wanted to get in to see what his future is, if there's any impending changes with him. And also, there's been an ongoing, I don't know if it's a storyline, a meme, videos that are going around saying that the GOP is planning to replace Trump. They're going to put in Vance. They're going to slowly move Trump out of the mainstream, and they're going to put Trump in, or Vance in place, and he'll call the 25th Amendment, and then they'll pardon Trump, and he'll be the one that's going to lead. So I looked into that, and actually it's not as clear cut, but I was a little surprised. Anyway, yeah, and next up I've had lots of suggestions. I think the one that intrigues me the most is the 27 Club. Many of the celebrities that have all died around 27. I want to say the list, the modern day list, I guess it goes back. And I think Mozart, I'm looking at this list of modern day artists. A lot of them are musicians and celebrities, but I think Mozart only lived to be 27. I could be wrong. Jim Morrison, Janis Joplin, Jimi Hendrix, Dave Alexander, Pete Ham, Helmut Kohlin, Chris Bell, Barry Brown, Jean-Michel Basquiat, the artist. You guys, his art is amazing. It's so visceral, and many people may not understand it, but he really shifted the art scene a lot of ways. Kurt Cobain. There's a lot here. I don't know most of these, so I'm sorry. Anyway, Pat Tillman? No. That he didn't. I don't know if that's the same. Pat Tillman, the Cardinal football player that went to serve. He left the NFL to go to Iraq. He just joined up and went overseas, and then he was killed in friendly fire. I didn't know that. Amy Winehouse, of course. See, that's why I need to look at this list, because I know it's very, very long. Well, James Dean, but I don't think he was 27. I think he was even younger. I think he was only 24. Anyway, I'm going to look into that. What's that about? I think, spoiler alert, I think it has to do with astrological situations, and it's a commonality between all of those things in our lives. Not necessarily all of those people, but there's a common theme when it comes to astrology. Yeah, and then the Trump and Vance, Netanyahu. And thank you guys for your lovely comments. Some of you are just so kind, because I was recovering from COVID. I'm fine now. I mean, I don't even have the cough, maybe a teensy little tickle, but I'm good. All better. I mean, everything is fine. So let's get started. And if you guys like what you see here, please subscribe, click like, comment. It really helps the algorithm. I really appreciate it. And check your subscription thing to make sure you haven't dropped off. I wanted to show you my Otter Spirit bracelets. Today I'm wearing Moonstone and Sunstone. I just realized Moon and Sun. I think the moon's in Scorpio today. It just moved into Scorpio. But these are great. They last forever. Only quality natural stones, AAA grade. They give a small portion to the Wild Otter Fund in Southern California with every sale. There's a discount code in my box, and you can give them as gifts. You buy several, and they have different themes depending on the stone, the chakra, your zodiac sign, whatever it is. And I'm always about my stones and my energy and intention. So you guys check that out if you want. Now, first I looked into Netanyahu. I've seen him as that melting ice cream cone. And when I got into that imagery, I see him being supported. In the past, I thought he would be melting, and I did, this is just previous viewpoints of mine. I saw him hold up in like a room in a building where they were coming to take him away. I knew it was in the future, so I don't know if the timeline's accurate anymore, but there's something about that where I think in the future, I don't see that right now though. I feel like things have shifted with Gaza and everything, and he's bobbed and weaved. So I wanted to see if he was going to be gone soon, and he feels good. He feels good at the moment. I feel like he's solid, but if these two, I felt like they were, I want to say, they're white. They were beings. They were supporting him. And I also have, well, there's a lot of layers to this, but I feel like they're supporting him. He's wrapped in red. And I thought the anger towards him or Russia, the red of Russia. And I do believe Putin is supporting something. They're connected. They're having a mutual beneficial relationship here. And it has to do with Iran, although they were hitting. Anyway, it's in Syria and stuff like that. I don't know, but that's the gist I'm feeling. And he's being propped up with these loyal guards, but they're sneaky. I feel like there's so much behind the scenes. I mean, that's obvious. But his people, they're going to be raising concerns. And he knows that. The Israeli people are saying, even some of the, what do you call the oversight people that look at, humane conditions are saying, these Israeli groups saying, nonprofits are saying the Gazans are dying of starvation and malnutrition, many of them. And don't take this the wrong way, but I do listen to this guy named Ryan Macbeth, and he says Hamas lies, and they promote these pictures a lot of times. There's a lot of propaganda, but I do think there's obviously people are starving, and they've killed 60,000 people there, most of which were civilians. But there's a lot of confusion and misinformation coming out of there. But thank God they finally started giving them these letting the trucks in. So Israel has an iron fist when it comes. They feel like they can just do whatever they want. They can manipulate the situations, mostly him. His people are raising his concerns that he is making it hard for the world to support them. So the cause for the response to the terror and the horrific attacks from October 6th, whenever it was, 2 years now, I think, year and a half, that's losing its impact or the sympathy because of what he's been doing. And the other thing, this is another layer to it. He feels, and I've seen this before, and I don't know, I'm not Jewish. I don't understand that at all. But what I do is I get into the energy of a people of the land. The land holds so much ancient wisdom, but also energy and blood and fighting from millennia. That place is just overflowing with karma, good and bad. But I do feel like, and I think this is true, the Israelis or the Jewish population, their history, they are a chosen people to a great degree. So there's that layer of protection divinely, and they put it out there. They believe it. They believe they're protected because they are a divine group. I know that's what I feel that's a true thing. Now, we've got humans who do terrible things to each other. Netanyahu is one of them. He's the leader of this. But he feels he's got this underlying belief that they're protected, and he believes it. So he feels he's doing the right thing. Meanwhile, he's corrupt and he's filling it. I saw his bank account getting fuller and fuller. He is taking and taking and taking. He's also making sure that he's coming up, the storyline, the public, that he's trying to feed the public. He's trying to create a new storyline because he knows that it's not good right now. But it's almost like he doesn't care, but he is working on something. He's like, I got to do something because it looks bad. So he's working on something actually for his own people and the world, but his own people, because they're not happy with the way this is. I mean, some are, but most aren't, I don't think. I saw when I was asking, like, Archangel Michael, how do we heal? How do we remove this negativity? How do we remove this evil and go into Netanyahu's mind to let him be kinder, more compassionate, to see an out, to make it a win-win for everyone? And it's funny, I saw Netanyahu's brain, his head filled with feathers. Because I know Michael's wings, but it was like they couldn't get through because Netanyahu's brain was full of feathers. But not like down, nice, soft, squishy feathers like a cloud, but more of like the pointy part at the end of the feather. Like sometimes you have a pillow that has a feather pillow in it, they stick out. That's the feeling I get. So it's like irritated and pokey and that kind of stuff. And they were, because of the pokiness, they weren't able to be removed in his brain. So Michael's trying to remove them, but he can't because it's like dug in. So there's a religious component, a belief component to him. There's a financially corrupt component. And there's a faith about the country. Now, I do feel it's going to get to the point. Right now, I don't see anything changing. Just saying. About the food, I think they're going to back off again. But I see them coming to a point where they're going to push the Gazans or the Palestinian people to a smaller part of that. I know they're already pushing one end or the other, but there's a section I think that might come to the point where they're going to say, okay, we'll settle. We want this section of the Gaza Strip that meets the ocean. We want that. And then they're going to there won't be another agreement. They'll just kind of let it fade to some sort of freezing or cease fire, but the people will still have it. I think they're still going to have their land. I think there's going to be a section that Israel's going to take, and permanently. I don't know how big this is, but I feel like it meets the ocean. It gets to the other side. I don't know. Anyway, it's what I see. And then I see Trump is drifting away from Netanyahu to some degree. He's separating his real estate goals with him to make this lovely condos all over. I feel like there's something there that isn't happening because at first they were just going to create this beautiful condo heaven, a little slice of paradise. But I think Trump is moving away from that right now. But free will, timelines change all the time. So the Vance possibility of raising him up as a GOP leader or putting him in place as the figurehead and he's not the puppet master, he's the puppet. I thought, yeah, that makes sense logically. And I was thinking, okay, yeah, that makes sense because a lot of these YouTubers and TikTokers and articles I've read or opinion pieces, people saying that's their plan is to remove somehow. They're going to prove that Trump is unwell. He might really be unwell. I do feel like his feet are going to get more swollen now. I'm getting into his energy of his body. I do feel like they're going to get more swollen. His heart is going to be less strong. I do see that happening. And he's going to slow down more and more. Do you guys notice how he just rattles on about all these random things that, windmills, and they helped Rwanda, and Epstein stole his employees, young girls, and that's not the reason. It was a real estate transaction that went sour. Trump stole from Epstein because Epstein wanted his opinion and Trump saw the deal. It was in California. Florida, Palm Springs, Palm Beach. Anyway, Epstein was going to buy it for $36 million. This is what Michael says. He was going to buy it for $36 million. He called Trump over, said, I'm going to take out this pool. I'm going to move it over here. And then Trump went behind his back and bid $40 million, took out from on him. That was the deciding. Put the kibosh on the relationship. Not about the employees. Not about the young girls. That wasn't it. That's what Trump is saying. Anyway, off track. So I do see his health. Actually, I do. It's slow. slow, but it's happening. And there's actually going to happen something because of it. It's not just the heart or the blood pumping, circulation issues. That leads to something else. Doesn't feel like a heart attack, but there's a slowdown in his system. The circulation, but also nerves, like a nervous system, or maybe it's a neurological thing. Maybe that's the word I'm trying to get to, neurological thing, because the electricity in your body's on a circuitry, and that's the feeling I'm getting. It's like the circuitry is not, what is it? I think electricity is magic. I know that sounds weird, but I'm always amazed by electricity. But it's on a magnetic, it goes around in a circuit. So I feel like that doesn't happen with him. There's something that this heart thing leads to that. Because something gets deprived. Is it a stroke? No, it doesn't feel like a stroke. It's something, but neurological is in your brain too. Anyway, so I do feel like it's going to be more and more, but it's funny, when I looked at this year, 2025, I see the end of the year, November, December. One of my viewers had said that some of the other readers had said September was a big day. In the past, I have seen September be really huge. I also recently I see August is really full of all kinds of bad stuff, but we just got all this other stuff happening, so it might be Maxwell on that. But I see something November, December. I see a line, like a defining line. Something happens, and it's more about the GOP than about him. But he's of course part of that. It's more about them. They're going to do something that's really. They're going to cross the line. As for Mr. Vance, I see the line, and then I see this soup. And in regard to Vance, I see this soup in a bowl, and this soup is like a stew, but it's like a brown, like if you took a brown stock and you put curdled milk in it, it's like it turns the brown blobby curdly bits, but it's all beigey brown and nasty looking. But there's like vegetables in there, and I see him. It's like the GOP. That's what it is. It's the GOP in this ugly, stewy brown goo. But it's like a soup. It's their soup. It's dirty. And it has a lot of potential because it has lots of stuff in it. But they've ruined it, right? So, but I see him coming to the top. But my feeling is that's a discussion, but they don't want him to do that. He is not going to be it. I don't feel that right now. They're thinking, that is an option, but I don't feel like they're going to do that. Maybe it's because they haven't pulled the trigger and made that decision, but I don't feel like they're going to do that at this point. I feel like they don't trust him. They don't like him. He doesn't have the charisma for all Trump's bad stuff. He's charismatic and charming when he needs to be. But Vance is not. He's just weird. And people don't like him, don't trust him. And he doesn't have the skills. So I don't think they want to put him forward, even though I know that he might be a tool for them. When I look at this soup, Rises doesn't feel they like him. Yeah. So... So when I pulled a card, I got the marriage card. I got the celebration. They are wedded to him, but the thing is Trump is not going to go away. He won't leave willingly. You have to take take the gun out of my cold dead hands. It's kind of like that. He doesn't want to, not that there's a gun. There's not. I'm just saying that's the vibe I'm getting. But Vance, yeah, this is Trump. He's the king. He thinks he runs everything, but he's very, very emotionally attached to it. And then we've got the Seven of Wands. He's not giving up. He's in charge. See the big bird at the top of the hill? That person is in charge. and they are calling the shots. And these people under here, they're not as big. He's king of the hill. Okay. Let's see. Vance's future. Ooh. Seven of Pentacles. Very, very slow. So that's sort of the thing, is like they don't know what to do with him. They need him. He's a tool, but they don't like him. And this is slow growing. So they are making plans to take that soup, recreate it. But it's bad. That soup is not salvageable. You know what? It reminds me. I saw this, it was like a year or so ago. I saw something where the GOP could not salvage, it was a food or something that was nasty, and they couldn't clean it up enough to make it worth something. But this is a good card when it comes to growing things slowly. You just have to wait it out. So it's time. So it's not the time yet. I don't see how they can do this. I'm not seeing a direction, a path for them to put anybody else but Vance in that spot. They're really concerned about the 26 midterms. That's because of the gerrymandering in Texas. Oh yeah, the Newsome. Somebody asked about the gerrymandering in California. Newsome was going to do that. He was going to redistrict. My husband says they do it in Canada all the time, which I didn't know. Chariot, things are moving fast. Gerrymandering. I think it's going to be a lot of, you did this, we're doing this. You did this, we're doing this. Midterms. But yeah, I don't see them doing that with Vance. I feel like they don't want to. They want to use him, but they don't want to use him to do that. He might have to declare Trump, or not declare him because the Congress can do that, but he might have to do something and take possession of the presidency. It's possible that somebody could make Putin not well on purpose because he won't back down. That doesn't feel right. That is not good. I see that, actually. It's a possibility. Free will. Doesn't mean it's true. These kind of things are future. So let's see. The GOP, I'm going to look at the soup. What's going to happen with this disgusting blue or brown curdled? They have to drain it from the bottom. It's like a sink. You know how you pull the drain on the bottom? Goes to the bottom. And all that's left is the chunky bits. And they have to rinse that out, all the curdled brown stuff. And they have to start from scratch so we could see the chunks. Right now, it's such a filthy mess. I don't see they have anybody. He's just going to be a tool. Midterms. I'm just going to pull a card for midterms. Queen of Cups. There's a female or a very emotionally strong man. And then I got the World. Midterms. It just feels so big. And I think I told you guys, this rest of something big is happening this year. Big. Somebody's going to get caught and it's going to change everything. Newsome and this gerrymandering or the redistricting is a nice way to say it. Do we need more? Yes. California's going to do it. Actually, California's huge. What does it have? The fourth largest economy in the world or something crazy? So they have a lot of people. And they have a lot of money. And they have a lot of Democrats. Their Central Valley or the, northern the farmers areas tends to be Republican. But I also see the coast, like up the coast, California, San Francisco, Oregon, and Washington. I think they might follow suit as well. There's something there with the redistricting as well. Maybe it'll be like a domino effect. All right. Feels good. It feels like that, but except I want to wash that bowl out, that GOP disgusting bowl, rinse it out, clean it out, bleach it, take all those. It's like there's vegetables and meat chunks and stuff in there that are decent. But they were drowning in all the brown goo. Maybe, this is an idea. Maybe the brown goo is they're getting their comeuppance and everything gets, all the dirt and the disgusting stuff gets cleaned out. what about that? That might be a positive way to end it. All right, you guys, thanks again. Do all the YouTubey things. I really appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon. Take care. Stay safe. Stay sane. Do something you love today. Have fun. Make yourself laugh. Okay, take care.